Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. The Vikings here hosting Green Bay in the season opener. And they've got one of those quirks in the schedule that is going to work in their favor. They play all three of their division home games in the first 5 weeks of the year. After Green Bay today, they'll host Detroit in Week 3 and then Chicago in Week 5. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Cousins. And right away he lost the football. And this is going to be Packer football.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Jones. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Got a man, that's Lazard. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Jones. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. After the penalty, it's Jones. And they're going to stop him here short of the goal line with the flag down. Well, this could set up a very interesting decision. So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. To throw is Rodgers. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Lewis Seen, that is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League. 1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Rodgers now to throw. And they will not get get the connection there. It's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that 3rd down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Devontae Wyatt there for the stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Cook. And just not a ton of room to work with. He'll get it to the 15 for a gain of 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down.
Yellow, yellow, yellow. Receiver.
Throwing, Cousins. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11. Here's Jordan Berry now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And that one didn't accomplish a whole lot. It'll be down inside the 35-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. It's Cameron Dantzler who got him down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 8 coming up. Throwing is Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
second down, it's Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up first and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Now Jones. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there. But that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Dillon again, but he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So now on 4th down, Rodgers will give way to Mason Crosby for the field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. The kick by Crosby is good, and the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in Week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Cook again. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. On play action, Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Cousins. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. Cousins now. Out to the right here to Wilson. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Cousins on 3rd and 2. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph from Minnesota. This one from 48 yards away. The kick by Joseph is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So Charles there on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as they'll take over with just under a minute left to play until the break. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
To throw, it's Rodgers. Right side to Watson. And he is going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
They gave it a shot with a deep pass, but it wasn't going to work there. And now there's less time for them to try and get 3 before the half. Let's see what they dial up on this next snap.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it just because I believe in you guys.
Hey, no, easy.
throwing the interception. Cousins. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And this is off the left upright, and it comes back. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
A final shot before half for Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the giver. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Whipped by Cameron Bynum. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room building up to what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Again, it's Cook. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. First down, here's the run with Cook. 48 yards on the ground for him so far.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. To throw, Cousins. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. 4th down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Joseph's got it, and they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. And whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin the second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Rodgers going to throw. Throw right side. This is into the hands of the tight end, Tunyon. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 43 yards. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there. Dillon now on 1st and 10. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Rodgers to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Vikings are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games around the league here early in Week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And some room to maneuver. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 68 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. They run again on first down. Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and my goodness, another interception. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks. And just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really decided all four quarters. And Charles, that pick six, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, and they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick six?
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On the delay, Jones. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
I thought that was a good call. Passing situation on second down. They hit him with a draw instead and pick up nice yardage.
Yeah, because the draw, they're thinking pass when they see that initially defensively, right?
But you know, in today's NFL, most of the time on second and long when it's a passing situation, pass rushers are on the field and they're only thinking one thing, get to the quarterback.
Jones hit and the ball's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. Joseph now to have the PAT. And the lead is now 24. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Dillon. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On play action, Rodgers. Able to find Lazard. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And Lazard's got it again. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 34. Now Rodgers. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Rodgers again now. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. All I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Rashawn Gary, the man to bring him down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. On 2nd down, here's Nwangu. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. To throw is Cousins. Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Listen to me. Black.
Throwing here, Cousins. His throw incomplete. Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Looking for Tunyon on the crosser, and he's got it complete. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. On first down, Rodgers. And Watson has it right side. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Throwing now is Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Rodgers will try again on second down. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's first and goal. And again, it's Rodgers. And it's a Packers touchdown. Christian Watson with his first career touchdown in his first career game. Rodgers will throw for it. And he'll find his way in for 2. And we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the two-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples throughout a ball game. There's a great example right there.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. To me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. Cook up the gut. And he is going to be stopped here at the line of scrimmage. And time is going to expire in this football game. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in Week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, that's probably one game, right? Opening the season in